Hi, it's Akachi.
What up, man? It's Bheavy.
What's good? It's Mackey.
And you're tuned in to Producer World with DOD.
What's going on, DOD? First off, let me say this one is a very special podcast. You feel me? Episode 2, Halloween edition. Know what I'm saying? I'm here with my guy K Sully.
What's good?
You already know what's going on over here. It's KZ. World. I'm here with the good fellas. That's what I call them, the good fellas. You feel me? I'm here with my dog Akachi, Bheavy, Mackey. Man, tell them what's up, man.
What's happening?
Good,
it's good.
Oh yeah.
Glad to be here.
Oh yeah, it's Halloween edition, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of Halloween, my boy was out partying last night. Speak on it.
Yeah, just a little Halloween weekend, activities, but we're here. We're feeling good, so.
Spooky Saturday night.
Yeah.
Hell
sure.
yeah, man.
Spooky.
Hell yeah, man. This one of the beats he sent me, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I'm gonna let it ride for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Nobody else can hear besides me and him, bro.
I just realized that.
I was saying, alright, word. We gonna get straight into this shit. I'm saying, first things first. One of my favorite songs of all times, Bitch Where, bro. I just need to hear a little bit more about that right there. Like, what was that shit like?
I mean, so me and my boy Sonic Kaboom, we made the beat. It was really just like one of those beats we were making. We met in college and started making beats together. So it was just one of those beats we made. We used to go back to his house in Norwood, and his like family friend, kind of like cousin, has like a basement studio. So we used to just go there sometimes, like instead of going to either here, like Phoenix, or like traveling, we just go like in the basement there. And we were just making beats one day, and I've been making a lot of shit with Keef, so I was like, just sending everything we were making. But it was one of the first beats that me and Sonic started doing vocals. So we were just down in the basement, literally just screwing around, and I'm pretty sure like his whole family was down there. I feel like for some reason it was like some type of event, like it could have been like near like Thanksgiving or something like that. So like there was like mad family around, his sisters around. So we were really just cooking up like really quiet. And yeah, we just ended up making that beat. We did vocals on it and sent it to Keef. And I remember going out to LA for the first time. Keef's team, Queen Bobby Pin, Peter Pan, like we linked up with them for the first time in LA at one of the studios Keef goes at. And yeah, we heard the song for the first time, and it was on these like busted speakers. Like one of the speakers was like absolutely blown and everything. No. And I was listening to it and I was like, okay, if it sounds good on this, like this is gonna be a crazy record. I remember my manager was there, my friend Jackson Lose was there, who's another manager, and we were all listening to it, and we were just like, oh yeah, this is one of the songs, like, and they were like, oh, do we put this one out? Do we do this? And we were like, yeah, well, this one has to come out. And it got mixed and mastered. And the craziest thing about the song too, especially with Keef, it just kind of highlights him as a producer. Like he actually chopped up the beat and like took a piece of the real beat.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I actually do want to hear like the full thing.
Yeah, it's way different.
It sounded like I knew what time it was when I heard it. I was like, yeah, he just looped that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy because like it really is like a whole different beat. But then he just took like literally like probably like a quarter way into the beat, just like one of the little drops, like just took that from the intro and just looped it, and then cut the song. And it's crazy because like I remember hearing it for the first time. I was like, this shit is insane. Like I would never even have thought to do it. So, it was just one of those cool songs that just organically happened. And, so.
On some real shit, didn't you hear it before? Like, didn't y'all work on it? Some shit like that before?
I heard it before. He actually pulled it up here one time. I was just mixing it a little bit. I don't think it was what ended up in the final. I know Mackey ended up touching it too.
That shit's gangsta.
Before it came out, which was crazy though. Like
gangsta as fuck.
That shit was crazy. And On What too.
Yeah, facts.
Was that the same process with On What? Like same time?
Yeah, it was like On What is crazy because that's a song that we did. So that was a loop. I used to start sending him. I was sending him like loops to work on and like to make beats on because he makes beats, a lot of like beats. Like he made like Finito. He made like a lot. He made like a lot of. He made that Chrome Heart Tag. Yeah. So I was just sending him like loops to work on because we'd been making beats together, and he just ended up just like sometimes he'll just rap on like melodies, like he doesn't even. So the original song has no drums. So like what we were doing was like I don't know. It's just like a bare bones, like just loop. Like he was just chopping up the loop, like making a song, and it was cool. And it's always sounded like when I heard it for the first time, it always sounded like an outro. So it's like, you know, I was like, oh, we got to make this the outro. And then like I was listening to it over and over again, and we were in actually the B room here, and we were working on it. And I was like, oh, like we should just put drums on for like the last like 10 seconds. Cause I know like Keef always does that where it's like, you'll like want drums the whole song and you'll be like, oh, this would be so hard with drums, but it's almost harder because he didn't put drums. And then like you could throw them in it. So I was like, okay, like I called his team and I was like, let's put some drums right at the end, just like right at the end of the beat or right at the end of the loop, the melody. And let's just like drop them in. We dropped them in. They got it mixed, sent it over, whatever. So I got to do a lot of like post-production on the project, but a lot of it was like similar. So
yeah. Speaking of that, you also did the talk too, right?
Yeah, the talk I did with my boy Cello Ward. Yeah, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You was killing it on that motherfucker. Honestly, when did you start working with him?
With Keef, I started working with Keef. I want to say 2.5 years ago. The summer going into my senior year of college, so that would have to be almost 3 years ago. I would say.
Damn.
Yeah, 2019. And yeah, it just started because I built a relationship with my boy Color from Ula, who does a lot of their clothes. And yeah, it really started out because I was kind of working with a lot of those artists. And, you know, he was like posting stuff on his story that me and him made, just like beats. And then Keef heard one of the beats one time, was like, tell him to send me a pack. And then, so.
That's fucking gangster, man.
Yeah, so.
You know what I'm saying? You was making beats in college and all that extra shit, right?
Yeah, I've been making beats for probably like, at this point, like close to like 10, 11 years.
Yeah.
So since I was probably like 7th grade, something like that.
That's nutty.
But I started making like dance music, and then like probably when I got to high school, I started probably freshman year of high school, I started like making beats. But like I've been making music for a while.
Yeah. So like that college life, how was that college life? Because I ain't gonna lie, you be crazy around this motherfucker. Got me turned up.
It was calm. Like I wasn't really crazy in college. Like I did a lot of like, I was a really good student in a way where I was focused on school. So like I did a lot of and I always knew that I wanted to do music, but I'm always like, I don't know. I went to school and I got like a lot of money to go to school, so I wanted to do it the right way and like try to do it right. And then so really what I was doing in school was just trying to get all my shit done ahead of time. I was trying to really work on like time management. So like I get all my stuff done like super early in the day. Like I was waking up, not the whole college years, but I was waking up at like 4 or 5 in the morning. And like I would go work out, do a bunch of work, be done with everything by 11, and then just cook up all day, and then go to sleep at like 8 or 9, and then wake up and do the same thing.
That school life ain't for me, bro.
No, it's not like you just gotta be. I mean, you gotta have a certain level of focus for sure when it comes to like if you decide that's what you want to do. But yeah, it was really just like a balance, like figuring out the balance, because like, you know, even when I was a freshman, I was working with like famous decks and people like that. So like I was going to New York a lot. I was going like, you know, moving around. So I've been traveling and doing that balance, but it's definitely like, I would say you have to like understand if you're going to be in college and doing music at the same time, you got to sacrifice some shit. Like you're not going to always be able to go out every weekend and go out. Like I was a lot of the times, even though like I was living in we had at Fairfield, the school I went to in Connecticut, we had like townhouses, and like that's where all the parties were, like on campus. So like I was in a townhouse, but they'd have a party downstairs, but I wouldn't be there because I'd be up in my room with my door locked making beats. And like, so you have to miss out.
It's that dedication. It's really a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
You miss out on, but I don't know. I feel like it's worth it.
Right.
In a sense. I went to college too, no?
I went to college, yeah.
You go to college? Shit, what college you went to?
University of Richmond.
Damn, I don't even know where that's at.
It's in Virginia.
Oh, damn. What you study?
I studied physics, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of a curveball.
Did you ever do anything with physics, or you just went straight to yeah.
Just running with this shit.
I studied
maybe
bitches.
one day kind of try to find like
That's
a
one thing
middle
I
ground
definitely
type
studied,
thing, but I'm not
Physical
really too
beats.
worried about it, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll see.
yeah. Man, I don't know. It's something about that college life, bro. Especially like when y'all be over here, bro. It'd be like, man, fucking lit.
I'm glad
Actually,
I did it so it's in the past.
Yeah, agreed.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't probably want to do it again, but
Couldn't be me. That's all I can say right there. Man, that shit's amazing though. Motherfucking one question I always had was when it comes to this producing shit, do the hoes be flocking for real?
No.
Exactly. That's what I thought. I just had to get that off my chest. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like if you're not an artist, bro, it's this clip for you, bro.
No, it's not even a fact.
I mean,
Could just be for me.
You
but
can't
it's
lean
not.
on what you do for that.
Yeah,
Type shit.
I don't know a single girl that cares about me working with Chief Keef. Like, at least not around here. Which is crazy, though, because I will say, like, when you do go to, like, L.A. and Atlanta, which are places, like, personally, like, I'm cool living here, but, like, you obviously, got to work there and, you know, travel down there and make relationships down there. Like, it's different. But up here, for sure, like, no, it's no chance. There's no chance.
It's just not. What's your favorite state to be in for, like, music?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
Honestly?
I like Cali. Yeah.
Cali?
I haven't spent enough time in Cali to like say for sure, but I feel like that's probably where I'd get like the most work done that I was like happy with.
I low-key think here for me.
Type shit. I'm starting to fuck with over here, man.
Yeah. I just
In terms
feel
of like a
comfortable.
production scene, I would probably say
Yeah.
over here, yeah.
We are the production scene.
Yeah,
all of those
literally.
things. So it's like that's why I like it, because it's like, I don't know, it's too much weird stuff going on in
Less
other places.
I always said that Cali's like the weirdest place ever.
Yeah.
That's definitely.
But it definitely is beautiful. So
Yeah.
it's a good vibe.
That's another thing. I
There's a
haven't.
lot of shit going on. A lot of
I haven't even been out there for real. I definitely want to. Listen, 'cause it's just, I don't know. Somebody told me, like, me personally, if I ever went over there, I probably wouldn't want to come back. Because the music scene is really, like, it's always moving 24 hours. So, I'm trying to live up to that right there.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
For sure.
this is something I definitely got to talk about, bro. That Uka.
No, Tony Montana.
I want to talk about that Uka, bro.
Yeah.
Tony Montana flow, bro. Was you around him when he recorded it at all?
No, I've never met Keef in person.
Oh,
ever.
that's fucking
Ever.
nutty.
That's just like something. That's just his vibe. Like he doesn't. I
To
don't know.
himself, like
Yeah,
he
kinda
just does his own thing.
and he records himself too, right?
Yeah,
Like,
he
just
records himself.
himself.
He records
Yeah.
himself at the house usually, and then it's like he'll send it
out.
Usually he won't even send it out. Like his team will have to go over there and grab the songs and like choose the song. Like he just doesn't care.
Damn, dog.
Yeah.
Honestly, Keef is definitely one of my biggest inspirations as an artist, producer, all that extra shit. You know what I'm saying? So, having this podcast alone, even like meeting y'all, know what I'm saying? Because like, y'all a different breed. I'm going to let y'all know that. Like, from everybody I ever met, y'all niggas is
So are you, bro.
genuine
Yeah,
off
so
the
are
rip.
you.
Genuine off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Super talented, all that.
You too.
You know what I'm saying? Actually, I remember one of the first times we ever cooked up, bro. It was at Ben's crib? Yeah. And then I remember I tagged you in that shit. Someone swiped up my dog from Atlanta. He was like, "Yo, you know him, bro?"
Really?
Bro, he's talking about you, bro. He was like, "Yo, you know him, bro?" What the fuck? Like he fanned out. I was like,
That's
"Yo,
crazy.
I didn't know." You feel me? Niggas got pulled over here. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you got weight in this motherfucker. You feel me? That shit was. I'm saying so. I'm saying I'm always gonna show love. You know what I'm saying?
Likewise.
That's what man, I'm saying. That's why we here. Honestly, producers are so genuine. It's never gonna not be that. You feel me? Producers got the strongest bond in the whole industry.
Facts is how it should be.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Let me see. I want to talk about this right here. My dog Bheavy, bro. How the fuck did you get into this music shit, bro? Because I remember I just met you and off the rip, it was just like I felt like I already knew you.
Honestly, like I've just like loved music my whole life. So like I've been listening to like rap and hip hop since like 5 years old. Like even before, literally before that, like legit. And I always just like wanted to be like a part of music, but I never like wanted to be an artist. Like I never wanted to like get on stage and shit and like be, you know, like in front of cameras and shit. But like I just like loved music, so I just like found producing and just
That shit is
that's
fucking
the
nuts.
lane.
When did you find producing?
like 2017. Like before that, like I didn't even know like how to like what making a beat was, like how to like
You said what year?
2017.
Damn, what the fuck?
Yeah, like
Was-
March.
I thought you been on this
Was
shit.
FL20 out at that point, or
Nah,
you
it
went
was
back
12.
and got
It
it was
was
12?
12. I
So
started-
you went back and got 11 because I know
Yeah.
you guys love FL.
Yeah,
11.
I started on 11 because I've watched like all the Sizzle and like TM cook up videos, and they were on 11. So I was like, I'm gonna obviously try this shit, and then I fell in love with it. And then I went to 12 for a bit, and then I just went back to 11 because I just love.
You didn't fuck with 12? Honestly, that was the first one I had, 12.
Yeah, 12's alright.
Yeah, that was the first one.
20's
I had.
good too, but I just can't get off 11. I don't know why.
Which one did you have first?
I think it was like 9.
Yeah.
That's
Damn.
definitely like.
I think it's either 9 or 10.
Yeah, what about you?
I started on Logic, no bullshit.
That is crazy.
Yeah, totally different. Like, because I remember, I don't know, I just had like context of like, when I was little, I would make beats in GarageBand with my dad and shit. So when I got interested, it was like Logic was the first thing I thought of because that was like the only thing I'd really seen. And then like the first like couple years, just getting frustrated with like, bro, every single tutorial is in FL.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I tried FL, made like 3 beats, and then never went back. I was like, oh yeah, okay, like, way better.
I see. That's how I was too. I was on GarageBand. I was making the shits on my phone in class, bro.
Yeah.
I used to get.
I mean,
kicked out of
Logic's
school
the
every
cheapest
day.
way to get like a full DAW, like outright. You get the update. It's like $200 and you get updates for life. Like, you know what I mean? So when I didn't know if I really wanted to do it, you know what I mean? I just grabbed that just because it was like low to middle, and then I just like ran with it.
On some real shit. Y'all ever heard of fucking Audacity?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was just about to say
I
that.
think it's just the audio
I
player.
used to make remixes on Audacity.
Bro, I remember in audio engineering class, shit like that, in high school. That was like the first thing he taught us. And then once he
audio
got
engineering class in high school.
yeah,
That's
That's
crazy.
That's crazy.
that shit was fucking lit.
That's fire.
Honestly, at the time, I was just making beats, so like I just went in there. He was trying to teach us shit, but then he seen what type of time I was on, so he was just like, matter of fact, if you can get a beat done by the end of the day, I'll get that over to like the head, whoever the fuck, and we'll play that shit in like the morning announcements, like before we announce all that shit. Bro, that shit was gas, bro. I remember I came in the next day because I was late every day. They was like, yo, we heard your shit on the da-da-da. I was like, oh, word? That's smooth, you feel me? That's when I knew. That's when I knew. I was like, yeah, this nigga fuck me for real, you feel me? So, yeah, ever since then, it's been like full-time music for me. You ever have, y'all got like a pivotal moment? Or like when it was just like, yeah, this is it right here.
There's been a few, honestly.
Like, this is it, like, in
Yeah,
what?
as
in
far
what
as what?
context?
Like,
Like this
Beats.
is
Like
what
I
I
could do this for the rest
yeah,
of my
like
life.
beats,
Like,
this is
where I'm
for
supposed
me,
to
personally.
be.
Yeah.
I think I had a moment that, like, looking back, it's kind of funny because it's, like, super naive to, like, use this as a moment, you know what I mean? But I remember I was in college. It was, like, senior year, so I've been making beats for, like, 3 years or something. And someone told me about this, like, beat battle that was going on, like, downtown Richmond. And I pulled up and just, like, won it.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn,
Just
yo,
like
that's
one.
a flex. I ain't gonna. That's a
And
crazy ass flex.
After that, I was kind of like, all right, yeah, like, fuck,
I'm
we'll
him.
see what happens, you know what I mean? A little bit of Timothy
That's
syndrome.
That's a
tough.
crazy ass
Yeah.
flex. You going?
I don't know. Honestly, bro, like, it's probably more recent than you'd think. Like, I think the time
fair.
when I, like, really was like, okay, like, I can do this is when I started, like, meeting, like, TM and Keef and Uzi and all these people. And then they show, like, even when I didn't think something was that crazy, that they
Yeah.
were like, whoa, you know what I mean? And then I was like, oh, okay.
It's that
like,
reaction.
yeah, it gave me a little, because I've never had the utmost confidence in, like, stuff I make. So I think that actually pushes me to go harder. But it's like, I think when, like, because TM was always like a big influence to me, and Southside and people like that. And, you know, I'm sure Brad and Bheavy and them can all, and everyone in here probably could vouch for that too. It's like for most producers, especially for what we do, when they kind of like tell you that you're going crazy and you're doing this and you have a wave and that's when it's like, okay, like, you know what I mean? Because I look at them in such a high regard. So it's like to get that type of
That's the
cosign
validation
feels
that matters, yeah.
So I'd probably say like the last like year or two. For real.
Damn, that's real as shit. You got a pivotal moment?
I don't know, just like kind of like just being like in the studio with like artists and like just I guess like just making shit from scratch, like just like kind of like almost like I don't want to call it like effortless, but it's just like I don't know, it's just like quick and
When you don't have to think too hard
yeah, I don't have
about
to think. It's just like you catch the vibe and like
That's
it's
gangsta.
not work. It's just like just I don't know.
It's fucking
It just
gangsta.
comes. So it's like this is what I like. This is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Another
Like,
thing I
I don't
noticed, I'll be high as shit, drunk as shit.
Sometimes.
Does that help? Does that help y'all?
No, it doesn't.
Nah.
But like,
Does it?
it's not even like that. It's more like the
I
only.
like the message.
Nah, but like I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Like it's just more like we do this shit every day and we
Mm-hmm.
go crazy every day. So it's like you gotta like have fun because it's like
Yeah.
and that's not like an everyday thing. Like you guys see us when we are, but it's
Okay.
like, but it's like I don't know. There's a lot of days where we're just like sitting there all day with headphones on, just like, you know what I mean? Or like just in the crib or so. But it's like, the way I look at it, bro, it's like you just gotta like, you gotta be like, you gotta have fun. Because
Hell yeah.
If you set all those rules for yourself, like you're gonna burn yourself out.
Yeah, because like, bro, like think about it. Like, you know, almost all of us are still like in the, you know, like preseason, and we're all like rookies in the shit. You know what I mean? Or like maybe haven't even come to gotten to the league yet. So it's like, bro, you gotta like, you can't be burnt out before you get your opportunity. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's why you just gotta make sure that it's not getting like your work's not taking over your life, and it's not just like, oh yeah, because bro, and I wish Sonic was here to tell you, and Brad can tell you, and Mackey can tell you, bro. Like we grind like all the time, and when you grind every day, it's like you have to make sure you like have fun while doing it, because it's like 20 beats a day, 20 loops a day. Well, not like we're doing that every day, but it's like 10 loops a day or 10 beats a day every single day.
And it's like crazy because like
that was one of the questions I had.
It's crazy because you'll do 5 loops or something, and then like you feel like you just didn't do enough.
Yeah.
That could be the hard, you know what I mean? It's just like,
and then that feeling carries
just a
forward. So,
complex.
yeah, you got to make sure like, and especially if we're sacrificing so much time in like life to do it, you got to make sure you have a good time while you do it. So that's why sometimes like it's cool to catch a vibe and like get some drinks and then go to the studio. I've made some of my coolest. I made some crazy. Uzi just rapped on one of the beats like recently that me and Sonic made in LA, where just randomly one day we like got like some like random German beer and we're like sipping it in the studio. It was like high quality, and we were just like catching a buzz, and we were just like we weren't like we have to do this, we have to do this. We were just like chilling, vibing. And my boy Hendrik Smoke came over, hit one of the melodies we made. We did that, and then like that got played. So it's like, and that's like that's one of the harder beats I've ever made in my entire life. So it's like,
I feel like a lot of the beats have those stories too.
yeah. Well, the
Like,
one we were just playing out or in here right before we started the podcast. That was another one where we were just all here, like at DOD, just all chilling, and we were just all having a good time. And like, yeah, we were just walking around each room. Everyone was working to get like, you need some of those sessions. It's not. I mean, obviously you got to be healthy, but like, you know. It's cool to have fun. So.
No cap. That was definitely one of the questions I had, like, cause y'all, I seen y'all make like 100 beats, bro. Like, y'all just are like rapid fire with it. You feel me? Like, I don't even know that many people that can get like 4 done in a day. Yeah. You feel me? So like, definitely have fun with it. Find different inspirations. For sure. You know
I feel like watching you guys work too. At least for me, like, really changed the way that I even thought about making beats too. I used to overthink everything and literally spend like at least an hour on every beat, and you guys just bang shit out. And like, if you're not fucking with it, you just go to the next thing and come back to it later. It's just a crazy process to see, bro. Like,
that is gangster.
Brad straight up deletes beats. Heavy deletes,
which is crazy.
Word?
No,
it's like that?
Not
He'll
delete, but like
finish a beat and then
it's not save.
New don't
save. Like won't save it.
Yeah.
Damn, it's like that.
That's because like you just re-hit it. Like you can hit a beat in a minute.
Most definitely.
it works.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Honestly, yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't know. Do you guys have like one thing that can like trigger you to like just say, fuck it, I'm about to just get up right now, like at whatever time it is? Because me personally, it's like seeing concerts. But if I see concerts, that'll make me just want to cook up right after I see that shit. Like on some Rolling Loud shit.
I feel like
It all depends. I guess I don't know. Like
Like a
if
little
I hear
quick
some
little
like
fire.
if I hear some like hard shit, like different type of music, or like I don't know, bro. Like
there's nothing that gets me like up and like trying to work when I hear like someone get a snippet and it's like super crazy, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta get a fucking song that's like, you know what I mean? Like, like I'll hear like someone like get a snippet with some artist, and I'm like, that's crazy. Like I want something like that, and I'll get up and do it. But at the same time, like I don't know, we be working every day, so it's like,
I know it's really what it is.
Yeah,
Like,
it's hard to actually like. That like makes me go cook up. It's kind of just like
That was
time
one.
routine. Time to
Yo,
go do
recently, bro, I was over here at DOD. I didn't go to sleep for like a day straight, right? Be Heavy hits me up. He's like, yo, pull up to Phoenix, right? I'm like, yo, I can die going there, but fuck it. You feel me? Like, I get there, bro, and I'm talking to them. They're like, yeah, bro, I've been up like 2-3 days. I was like, God damn, nigga. I don't know how the fuck, bro. I ended up falling asleep in the store and all that shit.
I don't condone that.
Yeah,
That shit was crazy, bro. I
just
feel like,
finding a good schedule for yourself.
yeah, I feel like sleep driving is one of the worst. It's worse than drink driving.
That's not safe.
Yeah, bro, that shit's crazy, bro. Whatever for the music, though, you feel me? Whatever for the
I
fucking
just feel like
music.
that's like a big time I get creative too. For me personally, it's like when I'm just like grinding the fuck out, and it's like a fuck it mode, and it's like you just like I don't know, I just like get everything out.
Yeah.
That's why I like go from beat to beat like very quick because I just want to get every idea out like very, and then I'll go back or like. But
That's tough.
yeah,
I'm like the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Like literally, like I can't make beats if I'm like too like stretched too thin. Like I need to like I don't know. I can't focus. Like it's interesting that other people have different workflows. So.
I feel like you need like your like time to chill. Like
Not
or,
even
like,
that. I
in
just have
between
to-
beats type shit.
to like
Yeah.
to like make sure I can be Akachi and be who I am and be that creative person. For me, I feel like, and maybe I can be that, but like I feel like I gotta be like rested and in a good headspace and like feel good and like everything like that. It has to be like the right. I'm such like a and my work is like a very vibe oriented thing. So it's like if I don't feel like I'm in the right place or vibe or anything like that, and that could mean like I'm upset or something like that, and I want to make beats, but it's like I have to be in the right. Like I don't know how these guys like don't sleep and make beats. Like I can't do that. Like they were at the studio, I was at home sleeping. So it's like a whole different. I'd rather wake up. I'd rather wake up and cook up at 10 in the morning. You know what I mean? It's like
I'd rather
Gosh.
wake up, ease into my day, you know
And then
what I mean?
start at
do a
night.
couple things, and then once my plate's cleared, like go to the studio and just until I can.
Shit, y'all different. Me personally, I feel like if I go home and try and go to sleep, that shit'll fuck up my whole next day. So I'd rather just stay up and cook till I can't no more. I don't know. It's a different process. We all got different processes.
Depends on the day.
I just feel like it just like slows down my process of getting to it. Like
but it's
going
just
to
at the
sleep
end of the day,
is
it's like
terrible.
each to their own though. Like everyone,
Yeah, hell
everyone's
yeah.
gonna have their own process and the way they get things.
my shit
done.
definitely changed too. Like the longer I made beats for. Too.
For sure.
Yo, what's that one app that you be making beats on? It's like an app.
It's called Koala Sampler. I think it's called. It's some like random app.
Yeah, what is that, bro? I be seeing
Talk about that. We
couple-
see
a couple-
a lot of people,
Yeah.
or at least in you guys' circle, like posting that shit.
It's like
It's
uh,
hard
crazy.
beats too.
Yeah, so it's like just like it almost feels like it. So it's a DAW on your phone. My boy Cello Ward, the guy I made the talk with, and I made that Rico leak with Chief Keef. I made that with him, but he showed me the app. He's always like ahead of the curve when it comes to like like new music technology. He's been telling me to make beats on my phone or like an iPad for so long, but it's like $25, and it's kind of like it's like a DAW, but it's like a MPC almost. And you can record vocals into it. You can do like any. So it's like
Damn.
it's really cool. Like it's like a sampler pad. There's a bunch of effects. Like the raw sounds really good. Like I was actually just with Don Cannon, and I showed him, and he was like, "Whoa!" Like he literally downloaded it as soon as I showed him. Like I showed him a beat, and he was like, "What's it called?" And he went and down. It's crazy.
Damn. Like the stems.
Yeah, you can export stems, the beat. You can also send the project file to Ableton Live.
Yo.
It like transfers over. You
Yeah,
can, like,
that's crazy.
it's crazy.
Can you make melodies in it too?
Yeah.
Or is,
Yeah.
There's a piano roll.
this is the
There's
next
a piano
shit.
roll. There's also like you can
Next
take.
shit.
There's
25?
apps you can get that I can't tell you right now, but it's like there's apps you can get like synths on your phone that can plug into like
I've
the
used a couple of those.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
crazy.
crazy. Music is
and they're
life
like
on
free
iPad.
ones too,
Shit, yeah.
and they're
Music
crazy.
is fucking
There's like
life at
Moog
that
apps
point.
and
I ain't
shit.
gonna lie.
Moog or whatever.
Yeah, there's crazy shit.
That shit is
Yeah.
fucking-
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shit. One other thing I definitely want to talk about is C4Y and Bloody Two Shoes. I've been going crazy with them, all three of you, and I've had the pleasure of working with them like once or twice. But what's the process like working with them? Because I know you're all over the country. You're like going to. I don't know if you've been to Chicago with them, but New
Not
York, Boston.
Yeah.
What's that like?
Bro, it's cool. It's just like I met them because of a friend who did cover art for them and did some songs on their project called Welcome to the Wasteland. His name's 808 Demon. So he told me, shout out to him, another goat. So he just like found them, and I remember he texted me. He was like, "Yo, you got to check these guys out. Like these guys are crazy. I think you should work with them." And I listened to their project, and I was like, I remember I was on live the whole day, just driving around, just like playing their music, because I was like, bro, these guys are crazy. And really, we just like I found them, and they were like, bro, they probably had like 300 followers, something like that at the time. So it's like I was like, okay, like these are artists that like I could develop. And then I talked to them on the phone, and we started building a relationship, and I was like, getting them studio time out in Chicago. And then I met their engineer, Jamie. Shout out to Jamie, my boy, who's Lucky's engineer. He was King Von's engineer before, big like Chicago engineer. And like, yeah, bro, like we've just been locked in. Like those are real friends. They're like good guys. They're really fun to work with. You know, they came out to Boston, me and Mackey.
I peeped that shit on your story.
Great vibe.
And then like, you know, we go to New York with them. I'm going to Chicago with them soon. They were out in LA. So yeah, and like, you know, there's a lot of stuff coming with them. Like C4's been getting crazy cosigns. Like he's been working with Cardo Got Wings a lot. Like Cardo messes with them. Like a lot of different people. So like we're just trying to like build them up into like that next, you know, that next group, because they have a whole group called LVRD from Chicago, and it's like a really cool like brand vibe. So it's like, yeah, just something that it worked with the music, and like they're also good guys. So it's like, you know, it only makes sense.
Yeah, the one that put me on was Nose. Y'all produced that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Honestly, I was like, this is a whole new fucking sound to me. I was like, God damn. I didn't even know they was from Chicago until you told me.
Yeah, I mean,
I did not know they was
It
from
really is a whole new sound.
They're just different. That's why I like working with them too, because they sound familiar in a way where like you know the way they look, but at the same time like they got their own sound. So it's like they kind of give me the same feeling as when I used to listen to like Uzi, people like that. So
We'll bump that new C4 tape.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, niggas just dropped some.
Yeah, facts.
How like beneficial do you think it is for producers to like develop with artists like that, or like do you think that's a good idea for every producer to do? Or
yeah, I think
that should be your main focus. Like
yeah.
the placement shit, it can like they're like little milestones that can like get you connections and get you money here and there, you know what I mean? But like the only way to build a legacy is by breaking an artist.
True.
Like you're not gonna build a legacy just by getting like a bunch of cool placements, you know what I mean? Like you gotta, I mean you can, but being like the reason that something succeeded is how you cement yourself as a producer. You know what I mean? Do you need me to repeat that?
Yeah.
Like being the reason someone succeeds is how you cement yourself as like in our position. Because like if you're just like kind of I worked with that person when they were already up. It's kind of like
you can make good money.
You know, you can make, like that's a good way to make a living and shit. And like
game,
and you can still build a career that way. But I just think like I don't know if you care about like the music and the development of it and how like the context of production is changing and evolving, like you should be trying to find an artist and break them. It's like low-key an A&R type.
It's really just a producer.
It really is like an
like
A&R type position. Like that's the type of mindset.
Like, bro, you showed me at the studio that day. He's like, "Where you from? Detroit?" Like,
oh yeah. We got tapped in with him.
Hell yeah, that was new shit to me, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love that new music. Like. The whole new generation.
You just
actually
gotta pay attention.
Really different.
You just gotta pay attention. Like you'll notice who's actually worth like paying attention.
I was saying, and it's really just a no. Like you have to know that shit.
Yeah.
Like you have to know good music.
It's all up to taste.
Yeah. That's just. I don't know. Like, have you ever thought to yourself like, there's some people that just don't know music at all?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Cause that shit be weird as hell to me, bro. Like, how the fuck don't you know good music when you hear it?
Yeah.
That should be, I think about that shit all the time. Like, yo, there's really bots out this shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's really just
NPCs,
some bots. Yeah.
right.
And like the whole clone shit. Do you feel like people clone your style a lot? Cause I ain't gonna lie, I feel like they do.
It's not even like, because it's hard for me to even say that because, bro, when I started making beats, like I was trying to make, well, not when I just started, but like when I started working in the industry and stuff like, well, not even in the industry, when I was, whatever.
Developing your sound.
Yeah, when I was like actually getting good at making beats. Yeah. I was like making melodies like DP beats. It's like the homie now, like, you know. But yeah, like I was trying to be that guy because like I liked his music so much. And I had to like, it wasn't even malicious because like I feel like it's easy when people like make shit like you and are inspired by you to be like, oh, they're copying me because they're taking things from me and all that. But it's like, bro, like everyone's inspired by, you know,
most different
sounds, and it should be like, you know, it should be a compliment. You know, you should take it as a compliment.
I feel like it's always a compliment.
Yeah, but
the thing is just like, I don't know, it's just too many people that like, especially with artists and like things of that nature, it's like they just really hear that, and then there be so many of them, and it's like, damn, bro.
I've definitely heard some.
It's the originality, like
I would have thought you
That
made
should
the beat for.
that should have. No cap. I ain't gonna lie. I forgot what song it was, but I was like,
Yeah.
Not
I didn't know
even
if I
getting
should
into
send
an
it to you.
ego
Be like,
thing,
yo, did you make this or not?
I've definitely had that reaction before. So.
I think
Yeah.
I'm more like
Take
there's a
the
lot of
from
people that I've met that make similar styles that are inspired by the same type of people I'm inspired by, that we happen to sound similar. But I think there's also people that I knew from back in the day that didn't make beats like that and then just do it now because I've made it back into a thing. So it's like
That's what
where
I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying
then that's okay. That's like fair game.
Most def,
So it's like
most def.
it pushes me to go harder and to like, you know, make my shit better and like evolve, because I'm always trying to be a couple steps ahead. You know what I mean? I always will be, because all the stuff that comes out is always stuff I made like a year and a half ago. You know what I mean? Because there's that lag time in music. So it's like, I don't know. At first, I feel like I might have been a little annoyed, you know, because I'm like, all right, like, yeah, I just got a house, but it's like, I still haven't had my turn. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, like, can you just wait till I have my turn and then you can do it? You know, the same way with like Pierre. Pierre had his whole like run of being Pierre, and then people started making those type of beats. You know what I mean? At least that's how I looked at it as a fan. But then it's like, bro, like I got like 3 songs, and then it's like, and it's like, oh, like, but I don't know. It's a compliment, bro. I fuck with it. And as long as, bro, at the end of the day, as long as it's good music and it sounds good, I just think sometimes people water it down.
Yeah.
Just to like the bare bones, and it's just like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you're ruining the sound. But
I'm saying it's something about the originality. I'm saying, speaking of that, like you have like some like sounds that y'all personally use, like the delayed open hat. Like that shit is very iconic in y'all like in y'all circle. Like where did you find that?
oh, that's actually like an old drum. There's like it's a drum from like this Big Crit drum kit, and then like D Rich, Shotty Red, they used to use it. They made it popular. I just like try to bring it back because like I remember listening to like a lot of like older songs, like Jeezy songs, Gucci songs, like, and that was just like a element of those songs that stood out to
Yeah,
me.
that's always something that like I always listen for. Like that delayed open hat. That shit is my shit, bro.
Yeah, I think it's fire.
Honestly, I think who introduced me to that was I used to be a big ass fan of fucking DJ Plug.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Yeah, that one. I was like, God damn. I was just bro. Speaking of which, he also said some shit I was watching like a couple years ago. He said some shit like he knows how to like get into different lanes because there's always gonna be people that try and like jock whatever he's doing at the time.
Facts.
So yeah, that's just something I'll never forget that shit. So now I'm like, I always have to be versatile. In any room I get in, I make sure I evaluate first and then just move accordingly off of that.
Right.
Because there's certain people that just have certain sounds that they don't really like to get out of that sound type shit.
Facts.
Have you ever ran into that? Like, someone was like, I want to work with you, but they thought like, nigga, like, I want this, nigga, like, but they didn't know you do more than that.
Well, it's kind of crazy because like I'll have people reach out to me even now, and they'll be like, "Oh, I really like that song you did, Bitch Wear, or like Off White, or like all these songs." And then I'll be like, "Cool, like that's cool. Like, what are you trying to work on?" They're like, "Send me like pain beats," and I'm like, "I don't make those." So like, I appreciate you for reaching out, but it's like, that's not what I make. So it's like I don't.
They're only interested in
Pain
the
Beats
name,
is about to
they're
be a
not interested in
meme
the
soon.
style.
No, I mean they're cool, and like when people do them the right way, they sound cool. But it's just like, why would you reach out to me? Like, give your business to someone else. Like, I make a certain type of style. I just feel like I'm at the point, and I feel like we all are at the point where it's just like we're versatile. And we're gonna do it, like, you know, we're gonna do what we do. But at the same time, like, if we're gonna do something different, we're gonna do it our way. I'm not trying to like make a different type of. I'm not trying to be like, I don't know. I don't want to make those pain beats like that. Dun, dun, dun. Like, I'm not trying to go for all that. That's not me. That can go. You can go to any other producer that's on the billboards that does that. I don't need that. You know. So it's more like I think where we're at as creatives and like artists is just like I have my style that I want to come up with, and then I want to like evolve it in my own way. Like, I don't really care about getting placements when it comes to that, unless it's my own type.
It should
of
be
stuff
at all times. You should be you at all times.
right.
Like, even if you do go like a different route or like a whole different sound,
Yeah.
it should always be you at the end of the day. Because then why would you be doing it?
Right.
If you're just everybody else. But yeah, I don't know. That's just something I always thought about. Because like sometimes I'll just hear some shit. I'll be like, I wonder if he made this. But then
I do the same exact thing, bro. Sometimes, like, I literally did that last night.
like, bro, honestly, in the last episode, Isaiah Valmont, he was saying, because I know y'all fuck with like loops a lot. He was saying to like start Shazamming your loops. because you never know if you have some shit out there. And I thought
Oh,
that was
just play your loop and hit Shazam on it.
Know what I'm saying?
So
Yeah,
down
that's interesting. Yeah.
That's crazy. I never even thought about that.
Bro, he
That's
was bro.
smart. That's real smart.
Yo, he was dropping gems. I ain't
Shout
gonna
out
lie.
Zay. He's a good dude.
You feel me?
That's crazy.
Bro, ever
Yeah,
since
that's
then.
smart.
I mean, me personally, I ain't had no motherfucking songs out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Not yet.
You feel me? Like,
That's how you know.
yeah.
Shazam.
Definitely Shazam your
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
Definitely Shazam your shit. You feel me? But yeah, I know y'all be fucking with them loops and shit like that. Y'all just be sending them bitches over like crazy. Like when we was cooking up and shit like that. Nigga had like 100 fucking loops. Just loaded up, ready to go. Right. You feel me? And then y'all flip them shits too. Honestly, that's another thing I appreciate about like how y'all make music. Y'all like flip the fuck out some shit. Like when you sent that beat back, that Cube Pie shit, I was like, I don't know what the fuck. When did we do this? You feel me? I don't remember that shit at all. You feel me? So
There's like
yeah.
a million different possibilities for any
No
different
cap.
idea.
You can
Oh,
make
cap.
a bunch of
You
beats on the
can, you
same
can
melody.
keep going.
You can, if you really wanted. Just
That's
add to
fucking
it.
gangster, boy. I don't know how y'all continue
going,
to do this
actually.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Good
keep
segue,
going.
huh?
Yeah, yeah.
I just keep doing this shit.
How
man.
did that come about?
Which one?
The DJ Khaled song, Keep Going.
So
Keep going.
That was a Debbie transition.
yeah, that was.
Unintended transition by Mac.
I mean, like
Works for DOD now.
it really happened. So it was a melody I had made by myself when I was in college, just like a random loop I just made, bounced on my computer, and then me and Crash Dummy, like TM's group. You know, me and all the boys were on there, all his producers, a lot of good friends. We got this program. We were on Zoom, and we were using these programs that I don't know if TM wants me to speak on, but they're like programs that share like live, like full quality audio without lag, latency at all, like nothing like that. So like we were able to work remote. People like use it to like record audio. Like you could like engineer somebody like across the world type shit.
What the?
So yeah, so it's like so.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I'll tell you guys about it. But he bought it for all of us, and we were cooking up. It was the New Year. I think it was like January. So it was like right after the New Year. And we were all on there. He was like texting the group chat. He was like, "Yo, like we gotta go crazy. Like we gotta try to make as many beats as we can. Like blah, 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 this whole January, we ended up making like 200 something beats, like all together too. Like I made my own beats, but like just all together." And bro, like we were on this team viewer, and what I would do is I would mute the audio that they were doing, make a bunch of loops while they were cooking up, send them over, then hear them start them.
Damn.
Then like make more. Bro, I was locked in from 12 to
ethic
12
is
every
awesome.
single day for like 3 or 4 weeks. Like every single day. It was when I was living in Charlotte, North Carolina. I was in like my little studio, and we were just like, bro, we were going crazy. And it was just one of the beats that like my boy DJ Moon, he's always around, like Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, he engineers for them. And yeah, he's Crash Dummy too. He heard the loop, like TM didn't even pull it up. He heard the loop, started it, did like that, like all that, you know what I mean? And did that. And then like, yeah, we all did it. And then it was just one of those ones where I think TM like called me one day. I was just like, yo, because he was like, yo, I'm sending over a bunch of beats to Khaled. And then he was like, yo, Khaled picked one. And I was like, oh shit, which one? And he said it to me. I was like, oh my God. Like, I was like, at first when he said it to me, because he was like, I don't know who's on it. I was like, it has to be Lil Durk. Because like I heard the beat and I was like, it has to be Lil Durk. And then I remember, I think it was like a week before, I saw like a snippet of them recording the video. And it was 21 and Durk.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, it's 21 and Durk.
Damn.
And then the day
The day of
after,
or the day before.
or the day before, I was like, it's Roddy, Durk, and 21 Savage. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
They
crazy
teased Roddy last. Like we
Yeah.
thought about Roddy right
Roddy
before.
was like right at the end, and I'm like, Roddy Rich on this beat? But then I heard it, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, no, he
Makes
killed
sense.
that shit. That made sense.
That shit is fucking crazy.
So it's a lot more like we're still working on stuff with Khaled. Like there's still more like on the way for soon. That's what he's picked and stuff like that. But yeah, bro, it's just yeah.
Man, some of these names you're dropping is fucking nutty. Like, honestly, growing up in the generation I was in, it was like, those are people that, like, we were all, like, never thought we would ever, like, even meet. You
Same.
feel me? Like, a whole bunch of these people that were name dropping and shit like that. Yeah. I don't know. And it's crazy to turn to a reality. Like, How do you think your old self would react if you told him like, yo, I work with this person, this person, this person?
Bro, that's something I have to tell myself all the time, which is crazy because like a lot of the times I'm like, oh, like, you know, I'm all stressed out because I didn't make one album when I was sending the beats, and then I'm like, I probably have to like sit back sometimes and just be like I have a song with Keef, and like that's my favorite rapper
Of all time.
and it's just like, and it's like, I don't know, like it is pretty crazy to like, I don't know, and that's what we do this for, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and that's why we work every single day and go crazy and, you know, never stop. It's to like,
At
you
the
know.
same time, it makes sense though. Like, I don't know. I was thinking about this the other day. Like, if you grow up listening to people, right, and that's like what the music you fall in love with, and that's like why you start making music and shit. Like, I don't know. It almost wouldn't make sense to like grow up and then work with like a completely different artist.
true.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's true.
That's
ideally,
true, yeah.
the like you achieving your goal is like working with the people who made you want to do it in the first place. You
That's
know what I mean?
very
So
true.
like, honestly, like, I've been in a couple rooms where I'm looking back and like seeing a plaque. I'm like, oh, I was listening to that like when I was in high school. That's crazy. And then I think there, I'm like, maybe I was listening to that in high school for this moment. You know what I mean? Like maybe that's like, it goes the other way.
I feel that shit, bro.
Definitely got to remember what you started shit
Yeah,
for.
exactly. Like
You
it's-
can't get lost in,
yeah,
in
it's
this
the
in
same
that
story.
sauce,
You know
like,
what I mean?
mhm.
It's fucking gangster, man. All right. This part of the podcast, I want to get into a game. It's called This or That. Okay,
Go,
shit.
Gabe.
Gabester.
Gabe. Turn the camera on yourself.
Ooh. How you
It's not even artists not paying for beats. It's usually the labels, to be honest with you. And it's usually not them not paying for beats. It's like, I mean, there are artists that don't pay for beats that are like smaller artists. You should definitely invest your money, and that just shows
Most
you how
definitely.
serious an artist is if he's not willing to invest in himself. And that might not be someone worth working with, unless you can figure something out where it's like it's really a money constraint. But like it's really like labels, bro. Like it's like the thing with late record labels is like they have zero incentive. If like I went to business school, so like if you really think about it overall, like they have zero incentive to pay you on time at all unless you force them to, or to pay you at all. So it's like when they give you these contracts, like I've been given contracts, right? They send me paperwork and they're like, okay, we're going to give you $5,000 for the beat, $7,500 for the beat, right? Okay. They have to have their artists sign off on the contract before that countdown of whatever the net 30, net 60 starts off. So like you could sign the contract the same day, but if they don't sign the contract, they can just be like, oh, like we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. I've waited a year and a half to get paid $2,000 for a beat.
That's actually fucking crazy.
So
Did you
it's-
speak on that on Insta?
Yeah, because it's just like, it just gets to a point and like, you know, people like Sunny Digital, my friend, and like a lot of other people in the industry are like trying to bring light to like stuff like that. But it's just such a big problem where it's like, I almost just advise producers, and this is going to be something that I'm going to start doing in the future, is like, I'm going to try to start putting in a clause in my contracts to incentivize record labels to pay on time, where it's going to be like, okay, yo, you can get this beat at a discount, which is going to be like less than my usual rate if you pay within that net 30, if you sign and pay within that net 30 of when we agree to that, when I sign the contract. If not,
Fuck yeah.
for every period, whatever we determine, like every 3 months or something like that, you wait, it compounds, it gets more money. So you can wait to pay me, but it's going to be more expensive, or you can pay me at the right time and it's going to be cheaper.
That's
So
a
it's going to
fucking
be like
gem
some type of, which I don't know if people do that yet, but that was something, you know, and my
Sure,
dad's
some
a
people
businessman
have-
too.
Have worked that in because I feel like I've heard of that idea.
Yeah, where it's like you
Makes
get
sense.
the label has to, yeah, it's like a fee for like as long, like it's a waiting fee.
Interest.
Yeah, it's interest. Really is
Literally.
interest. Yeah. So
That's
it's like,
fucking gangster.
I feel like it's often a situation too where like the artist might not even know that the producer's waiting on them to sign this contract, and it's like it's really just the team kind of just knowing that this is a way they can save money. Like I feel like in a lot of scenarios the artist would be upset to find out that the producer wasn't paid for the record. You know what I mean?
No cap.
Yeah.
Because it just like it gives the artist a bad reputation among the producer community, among the music
Right.
industry, like of just bad business.
yeah, they
So,
just know. I think just the record labels just know
what they
that
get away with.
they can get away with it.
I just don't understand how they can actually. Like,
It's just,
That's
it's
fucking-
just, yeah,
that's weird. Stop being weird. Man.
yeah. I always just thought it was crazy when it's like it's $2,000. Like, bro, it's $2,000,
Yeah, literally.
or like it's $5,000.
Yeah, to a multi-million-dollar
Yeah.
record label. Just pay the $2,000.
Business at that.
It's
How the
It's
fuck you
important to
conduct
you,
your
like,
business
It's like a
like
whole
that?
That's
company
not
with
no
people
$10,
with
$20 beat
jobs,
lease.
and they're not getting their jobs done.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the craziest part. Is like, I got my job done for this record like 2 years ago. I made the beat
Yeah.
years ago. I did my job, and this guy who works at this record label, whose job is invoicing. You know what I mean? Like, he
Yeah.
can't do his job.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
And it's also it's just
Gotta be something more that they ain't
it's
speaking on, because that's
Yeah.
fucking nutty. I ain't gonna lie.
No, it's just really just they know, and they also know that like this is how me and my manager look at it too. Because I try to tell him sometimes, I'm like, I want to come in gun. Like if they wait more than like, if it takes like a year for me to get paid, like I'm going in guns blazing. Like I'm gonna take the song down. Like I get if it takes like
Couple
3
months,
months,
yeah.
whatever. That's cool. Like at this point for me, but like when I was like before I like was sitting on something, it was like, bro, this is my day-to-day living money. I won't be able to buy gas. I won't be able to pay rent. I won't be able to do that. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, bro, a year and a half to get $2,500. That then I have to pay taxes on. Then
The
I have to
next
pay like,
year,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Yeah. And it's like, bro, like I need this money now. The money's no good to me in
It's
a
all
year and a half.
commission.
So it's like,
It's literally all commission. That's something that people don't recognize, especially as engineers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking commission, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, some people have jobs, side jobs, all that extra shit. But sometimes, if people ain't about their business, that shit's gonna fuck up both of us, because I'm not gonna fuck with you no more, and then
right.
I ain't
think
get
artists
paid,
need-
you feel me?
Artists need to be, or producers need to be less scared about like, yeah, guns blazing, take a song down. Like, go ahead, take a song down, because like, I don't know, if every record label and artist knew that their song was probably gonna get taken down if they don't just do this the right way now before the song comes out, then like maybe the right business would get done more often.
Yeah, and then it all just comes in. This is like how I've been looking at it too. It's just like it comes into the point where it's like you always have those producers that sell their beats for like $10, and it's like those people just
Water
take their
it
job.
down.
You know what I mean? They'll get the placements because like that's how these record labels operate. So, you know, it's something that needs to be figured out, and you know, there's a bunch of different type of solutions that can be put into place, but it's definitely something that needs to get fixed, and yeah. If you're in music for money, like what we're doing, producing, you shouldn't be in like it. If
At
that's
all.
it. You shouldn't be. That's not.
At all.
Go get
You
a
can
job.
go get a job.
Yeah, literally, that's honestly something that's been reoccurring for like everybody I really talk to. They always say that shit. Don't be in this shit for money. You're gonna be assed out somewhere. Nigga.
Yeah, the money comes when you don't like all the money for
Don't
like
chase
it's
it.
so crazy because like the moment you don't need money, then it's like, oh, here, this. You know what I mean? But if you need the money, like it's not gonna come in. The money comes in when you
universe
have
working
money,
like that,
which is
bro.
crazy.
Yeah, I remember like one of the like worst sessions y'all ever been in. I know like y'all don't be engineering and shit, but like y'all ever been in a session where like the shit was so fucked up to the point of no return. Like, cause I've been in a session before. They trashed this place, bro. Whole bunch of shit, man. They, as an engineer, you see a lot of shit. Like a lot of niggas, they get like way too fucked up so they can't even record no more, bro.
Yeah, you're just sitting there.
Cap. Some nigga was telling me, he was like, yo, whatever beat you put on, I'ma rap, nigga. And it just so happened to be my boy, bro. I was like, bro, I'll put this beat on. Nigga didn't rap at all, bro. Yeah. But shit like that be happening, you feel me? But I know you was talking about like Uzi dancing and shit like that.
Yeah, no, but
That's funny as
the
shit.
thing with Uzi is he's such a like he works so hard and it's like he's so talented. So it's like effortless for him. He's also just like he's also rich as fuck. So
No
he's
cap.
having fun.
As long as you pay for that time, nigga, we good, you feel me?
Yeah, definitely paying
You
for
pay
the
for that
time.
fucking time, we fucking good, dog.
Facts.
Well, what about you, Mackey? You ever been in like a terrible ass session?
Maybe one or
I've been in so many terrible sessions, bro. I feel like the reason, like the only way to get good as an engineer is to turn a terrible session into a decent one, and if you can practice that, then you can turn a good
Ooh.
session into a great one. Like,
Damn.
the sessions that are terrible, like, oh my god, this person doesn't even know what a note is. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, stand on
that's a practice session. Like, that's when you're gonna get better, because you're not gonna get better when there's a vocalist who's fire and they come in and everything's hitting right. You're like, sounds great. I'm a great engineer. It's like, bro, there's a good artist in the booth. Like, how do you do when you have a problem in the booth? You know what I mean? Like, that's the type of way I like to look at sessions like that, because it's like, it's never about like is you know what I mean, like is this artist good enough for me? You know what I mean? It's just like I'm gonna have a session down the line where I'm gonna be glad that I had to figure this out today, type shit. So
It's fucking nutty. Now that you speak on that, like that is facts. Like it really just practice session at that point.
yeah, you gotta disconnect emotionally and just be like, I'm just gonna get better today. Like it's fine.
On some real shit, bro. I remember I went to Maryland for like a regular vacation. My aunt, she knew somebody. First off, they're over 30, probably over 40.
Ancient.
You feel me? She had a friend that was trying to work with me for months. I get to Maryland. She wastes my time for like the first 4 days I was there. I was going to leave in like 2 days. The last day I was there, we ended up recording. She paid me like $150 for like the 2 whole days I was at her fucking crib. And she has cats, and I'm allergic to cats. So I was really just in there grinding. I ain't gonna lie.
No, that's your worst session.
Yeah.
Bro. That sounds.
Oh my fucking bro, it got worse, bro.
It's a session.
Long story short, bro, I had to leave the next day, so I didn't get to finish her mix, but I finished one of them. So I'm on the way home. She's like blowing up my phone, like, "Oh, like, why is it taking you more than a day? It doesn't take anybody else more than a day to finish that. Woo, woo, woo." I'm like, damn. Like, first off, we're driving back to Massachusetts. We're driving from Maryland to Massachusetts, so there was no fucking way I was getting you that shit, regardless, because I ain't had no internet on me. You feel me? But yeah, she came at me crazy. She came at my aunt crazy. Started calling my sister some more shit. Boy, that was one of the worst sessions of my fucking life. And she's damn, bro. She sucked. She's one of the worst artists I ever worked with, bro. And I can speak on it now because her ass blocked. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you,
I was
word.
about to say, I gotta get more comfortable with the block button.
Yeah,
gotta
honestly,
get
I
better
probably
with that.
blocked like 3 people in my life. I don't like the block button for real.
Yeah, I don't either. But sometimes people just ask me a stupid question, like.
Dumb shit.
What's the line like where you would block somebody? Like stupid
I
question.
literally almost did the other day. Some dude hit me up at 1:28 a.m. and said, "You got any sessions for tonight?"
That's crazy.
Took me everything in my everything I had. And I was like,
Nah, bro, I'm in bed.
literally, I had fallen asleep like 20 minutes before that. I woke up to like miss Instagram audio calls and shit. I was like, "Yeah,
Yo.
you're fried."
Honestly, yeah, that's something that I wish like a lot of
stop
less
doing that,
artists start doing. I don't even know why like that's such a big thing in the artist community. Like,
Yeah, just because you're
they want that
sitting
shit tonight.
they're like sitting in their living room. They just thought of like 2 fire bars in a row, and they're like, "We gotta hit the studio right now." It's like,
Fuck what they doing.
and then they hit the studio, and it takes you like 3 hours to have an 8-bar verse done. It's like,
That shit is
pick when you want to get inspired.
wacky. That shit is fucking wacky. Could be me,
Lucky,
man.
to say the least.
You know what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna get into this or that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can try to do this shit under a minute. Last time Isaiah, you know what I'm saying, he ain't get past, you know what I'm saying, he took a little bit too long. So we're gonna try and speed this up. Alright. Meanwhile, I'm about to play this beat that you sent. You know what I'm saying? We got some. You wanna ask? You wanna ask the questions?
Yeah. You want to switch off?
No.
All right,
You-
I'll ask. Is everybody's answering?
Yeah.
Each question? Yeah.
Actually, I'll give y'all 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? There's 3 people in
Yeah,
here. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
I'll
got
give y'all
it.
2 minutes. I'm about to start the timer first. I'm
Yeah,
about
what
to
is
play
this?
It's called this
This
or
or that. So you gotta
I'll just give
answer.
you 2 options and you have to pick.
Oh, all right.
Cool.
You get it.
I bet I'm about to start the timer.
Mackey's a pro at this already.
Are y'all ready?
I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. FL or Ableton?
FL.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we all answering?
Yeah. All you guys are answering. All right. Boston or New York?
Boston.
Awesome.
Word. All right. Daytime sessions or nighttime?
Daytime.
Night.
Ass or tits?
Ass.
Ass.
Good man.
Planning it or winging it?
Hanging it.
Winging it.
House cookup or studio?
House cookup.
Studio.
That's different.
Okay.
That's different.
Clothes or equipment? Spend money on?
Equipment.
Yeah. Right answer. Introvert or extrovert?
Introvert.
Introvert.
Most producers.
Yeah.
As Isaiah was saying,
That's
yeah.
an obvious answer.
Engineering or producing?
Producing.
Producing.
Damn, that's crazy. I like engineering.
All right, these ones might get tough. Dissing the Dead or Bust Down?
Disney Dad.
Just
Tony Montana Flow or Bitchware?
That's
Bitchware.
fucked. Bitchware, probably.
Yeah.
Bitchware. I don't even know. Bitchware,
Legendary.
probably.
Yeah.
Swear for me.
All right, B4 or Money Cars Drank?
Money cars.
Money
man.
cars, John.
Cars,
Yeah.
That's all of them.
That's all of them. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I would go B4. I go a lot of shit.
Damn, we took
I've
like
listened to that shit
45
on
seconds.
repeat since it came
B4?
out. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That was just
Yeah.
that was us in like Charlotte, just like having a good time.
Y'all really said ass over tits though.
Yeah.
I think they have honestly.
You a boob guy, KG?
Nah, listen. I feel like I might be tripping when I say this, but I feel like ass is a given. You feel me? Like that has to be off the rip. Tell you
That's
shit.
why it's the right answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nigga, I ain't think about that shit right there. Bro, I'm like,
if it's not there, you're not
I don't know
even-
what's
you don't
crazy.
think of it the
Yeah, you feel me? Like,
Yeah.
ain't no ass. I don't even know what I'm like. I don't know what
That's-
the,
yeah.
you feel me? But like, I don't know. It's something about the titty, bro. Like,
You drink oat milk or skim milk?
almond.
Almonds good.
That's the worst. Oh.
What?
Worse?
Skim is definitely nasty as shit.
You don't like almond milk? Oh, really? Oat milk is for sure.
I never had oat milk.
Oat milk's good.
Actually, it was crazy. One of y'all niggas have oat milk the last time y'all was here.
Oh,
Like a whole
Definitely,
carton.
bro.
The whole car.
me. Probably me. You brought. I don't.
Y'all ordered it. Y'all ordered something, and that shit was there.
Ordered
bro.
oat milk?
I no way I ordered.
I did a paper bag.
It
like a
was
shopping
no
Full
way.
ass cart.
Someone ordered oat milk here.
It was
They
one of
brought
y'all,
it.
bro.
I don't know if they ordered it.
Who brought oat milk? We did.
On some real shit, if I could
it
be
was
honest,
probably
I thought it was Sonic.
It was
I was like, yo, Sonic looked like he drank
Uh,
oat milk.
Fair. It's probably oat milk and green beans, right?
I don't know. It was some weird
it
shit.
is funny how he's
Just
always
mixing
getting
it.
green.
That shit had me crying, bro.
Put in a.
We were
blender.
very confused.
Where did they leave it? Like on the table?
It was,
Yeah, the
I was
lobby.
there. In the
Was it
lobby.
like a?
It was that day you
was
was
like
like.
a gallon or like what was it?
It was
Yeah,
a
it was
fucking
a carton, paper
yeah.
carton.
It was that day with all the unreleased and all that extra shit, and then you ended up dipping
Never
mad fast. So I
taken out
was
of
like,
it?
someone left it.
A fucking
yeah, too.
oat milk.
Oat milk is, anyways. Oat milk is fucking crazy.
Fuck regular.
Almond milk. If it was almond milk,
like
I'd be
that.
like, all right, I understand. I'm about to drink this. But nah, it was oat milk. I was kind of confused, bro. I didn't know oat milk tastes that good. Like to be buying it in
Because he
carts.
tried it.
Really still whole.
Nah, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it. I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking about tasting that almond milk, bro. I mean that oat milk, bro. Anyways, be healthy. You know what I'm saying? We're about to get into this cook up, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, DOD episode 2, Halloween edition. With my guys, the good fellas, Akachi, Bheavy, Mackey, man. Let's get to it, man.
Yeah, big boys.
Pretty boys, man.